Hello there. I'm going to make a video demonstration for any teachers out there who are interested in creating a Google custom search engine for their students. It's a very handy tool when you're having students do online research. I teach history, and one thing that I have my students do a lot is a lot of researching online and doing various projects. And the one thing that I found is, especially since I teach ninth graders, they really need to know when they're looking at good authoritative research versus just the first thing they see when they type in Google and they take the first thing that comes up. And so they need to make sure they're looking at good authoritative research and good authoritative websites so they're getting that quality information. That's not just for history, that's for any class. And so I found by using and setting up a Google custom search engine that eliminates some of that maybe bad information that they're going to get, because when you're using just Google in general, the field is so broad that they're looking at things that they might find things that are really not factual. Like, for example, they might find a person's blog and that's just somebody's opinion about something. Whereas with a Google custom search engine, I'm limiting the scope that they can look in. I'm making the field a lot smaller, and they're going to be able to use websites that I know are very authoritative and that they'll be able to use and get that good quality information. So let me show you how to set that up. And there's a few steps involved in the process, but overall, it's fairly easy. So you want to be on Google and then just go up into the address box. And to get there, the quickest way, just type a backslash and leave that google.com, and you want a backslash CSE, and that'll take you here. And it says Google Custom Search Engine. And you see on the screen, I've already done two of these earlier, so I'm going to show you how to set one up. And there's two ways you can add a new one. You can just go to New Search Engine, or you can hit Add. So I'm just going to hit the Add button. And it gives you this screen. And so the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you name it. And so let's just say, for the purposes of this demonstration, it's a history class. Let's say that there is a research project they're going to do on World War I, which is a huge subject, which could lead them into all sorts of different directions as they're searching for things. And I want to limit the scope of where they can find things on World War I. And so what you do once you title it, you want to start typing in or copying and pasting the names of the websites that you know are good websites that you would want them to use. So you're when they type in a search, they're not getting all of Google. They're just looking within that custom search is what they're doing. So, for example, for me being a history teacher, a site that I know is very authoritative and I always steer my students towards it, obviously, is thehistorychannel.com. And there's the website for that. It's a very straightforward website. So I'm going to type in that one right there. And so that's the website for thehistorychannel.com. I have the name of my search engine, so I'm going to go down here and create it. And it says, congratulations, you've successfully created your Google custom search engine. And so now what I want to do is I need to add some more sites, though. I don't just want just that one. So I want to go down where it says modify your search engine, hit control panel. And here is all the details about this new search engine that I've created. And down here where it says sites to search, I only have the one. So I need to add some more. So let's do this. So now I want to add another one. And another one that I always tell my students to look in is biography. So we look at biography.com. And I'm going to type that website in there and hit save. And it put it right there. So now they have two. And let's just add a couple other quick ones. Let's copy and paste a few other quick ones here. So I want to add another one. And if this is World War I, a really authoritative website would be the Imperial War Museum from Great Britain, because that's a very authoritative site. So we're going to highlight and we're going to copy that URL. And we're going to put that in this box too and save it. And then we're going to add one more. And another good one is this biographyonline.net. We're going to copy that. And we're going to go back in here and we're going to paste that. And we're going to save that too. And there they have 4 websites to search in. So I think I'm happy with that. So now I can keep adding more. But again, you want to limit the field here. But just for the purposes of this demonstration, 4 is plenty. And so now I need to be able to have my students actually be able to access this. And so here is the public URL for this, so anybody on the web can see this. And this is how I just want to set this up. So what I want to do here is I'm going to highlight this and I'm going to copy it. And instead of having them type this big long URL, we're going to give them a shortcut. So if I was to give this to them on an assignment, we're going to go to one of my favorite shortcut sites, which is tinyurl.com. And here's where I can make my own name. This, I can rename it, is what I can do. And so this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to paste that big long website in there, and I have to go back and I got to get rid of that title real quickly. Bear with me. We're going to delete that. We're going to go back here. And now I'm going to rename it. I can rename this anything that I want. So let's call this tinyurl.com. And why don't we call this World War One, and let's call it CS, World War One CS, for a custom search. So why don't we name it that? And we're going to make it. Hopefully no one else has taken that name. And nobody has. So here it was created. And so now I can hit on open a new window. And here is my custom search. This is what the students will see when they get there. It's a very plain screen, but now they can search anything World War I related in this, and it will bring up only information from those 4 websites that I typed in. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, let's just type in something from World War I, and let's type in, why don't we say, Treaty, type Treaty of Versailles. And look at what brings up. Lots of different things about the Treaty of Versailles. And you can see right here, it's all from thehistorychannel.com. And we can click around. Let's just click on a couple other things and see. There's one from the Imperial War Museum. So they're finding it from the places that I want them to find it. Or let's just go back through here. And very quickly, the President of the United States during World War I was Woodrow Wilson. See if there's anything that pops up about him in these sites. And here they are, biography.com, history.com. So this is very, very good. This is exactly the fields that I would want them looking into. And I could obviously add a few more sites that they could look at. But the point of this is it limits the scope of their searching, and you control what you want them to search in. So you know that they're getting that good quality information. So overall, Google Custom Search, once you get it set up, is a very, very effective tool for your students when they're doing research projects.